everyone, welcome to Cooking with Countryside. And this week we're going to be making a green bean chicken with a strawberry drizzle. So it's going to be kind of like a garden salad on a chicken patty with both fruit and vegetables. So it's going to be a good flavor for you. So the ingredients we'll need from the market are ground chicken, beans, strawberries, an egg, and I used arugula microgreens, but you could use any microgreens for this. And then additionally, you're gonna need garlic and onion powder and some water. So first things first, behind me I have a pot of water boiling on the stove because we're gonna need to steam our green beans. So, and I say green beans, but there are some colorful beans in here also. And so I went ahead and I just cut off these little stems ahead of time for you, so you can just chop them off and compost them. And then we're gonna go ahead and steam the green beans until they're tender. So what we're gonna do next is we're gonna make the chicken patty. Now, if you didn't want to go to the trouble of making one yourself, there are several different flavors available at the market ready to just throw on a grill or in the oven. So you can do that, but today we're just going to be using ground chicken, an egg, and then garlic and onion powder. So we're just going to start by cutting open the ground chicken and adding a little bit to the bowl. Now for each patty, you're gonna want it to end up being about 3 ounces of chicken. So you're gonna need about 4 ounces to start because it will shrink. But I'm just gonna start with this. I'm not gonna measure today. And then I'm gonna add an egg to it. I'm just gonna sprinkle in a little bit of garlic powder and a little bit of onion powder. And then we're gonna mix this all up. The garlic and onion is just gonna add some flavor. It's not gonna bind the burger at all, so if you would like to forego that, feel free. And then we're just gonna mix that up to combine it. You wanna make sure that the yolk separates. And then if you had breadcrumbs, this would be a great time to add the breadcrumbs. Okay, so next to form the patties, if yours is like mine and it's not quite thick enough to form by yourself, I'm gonna add a little tin foil ring to make it the burger circular shaped. And if you have like a actual ring, you can do that. I'm just gonna add this. This pan is hot already. I'm just gonna add this right in there and pat it down. That way it'll cook in somewhat of a circular form. And then we're just gonna cook this until the internal temperature reaches 165. So while your chicken and your beans are cooking, we can work on the topping, which will be a strawberry sauce. So we have our strawberries, and I'm gonna show you 2 different ways that you can do it. First, you could mash it up with a fork, or you could go for a smoother look in a blender or a mixer. So what we're gonna do is just cut off the green stems of the berries and then just throw them in a container. And so to make this a little thinner, we're gonna add water once the berries are in there, but first we're just gonna try mashing them up with a fork. If the berries that you have are a little too firm, then definitely go with the blender. But these ones I have here are nice and soft, nice and ripe, nice and juicy, nice and red. And so the fork method is gonna give you a little bit more texture, and then the blender method will be more of like a dressing or a sauce on top of your meal. Okay, so we're just gonna start with this for now, and I'm just gonna take a fork and mash them up. You kind of wanna just take the fork alongside of the jar or bowl or cup or whatever you're using. And my chicken is nice and sizzling right now. It's sounding good. Okay. So I mashed this all up. I did not add any water yet, and I don't think I'm going to because these berries were very juicy already. So now I kind of have a thick, chunky sauce. And then the other way that you could do it would be to add strawberries and just a tiny bit of water, maybe a tablespoon or two, into a blender, and that's going to get you a nice smooth texture. And you can always add more water later, so you could even start with no water and then add a little more. But I like the chunky. I think it's going to look nice. So now it's time to put everything together. Your chicken is cooked, your green beans are cooked, your strawberry sauce is made. So the first thing is we're going to make a bed of green beans on the plate. And then we're gonna add our cooked chicken patty right on top of the green beans. And then we're gonna top that with your arugula microgreens or other microgreens. And then finally, we're gonna drizzle the strawberry sauce on top. Now, I actually went ahead and put this in the blender to kind of show you there's not really any big chunks in it anymore. And I also added about 2 teaspoons of balsamic vinegar. That's gonna make it not so sweet, and it's gonna add a little extra flavor. So we're just gonna drizzle this on top. And then if you'd like to add a few strawberries just for decoration, the more the merrier. And then you're all set. There's your green bean chicken with strawberry drizzle. And so now the exciting thing is you can buy all these ingredients at our new open market, How Meadow, which we're very excited to be back in person. But there will also be pre-ordering online still. So if you're interested in learning about how you can get these ingredients next week, visit countrysidefoodandfarms.org. Thank you for watching.